Hi everyone! Today in this video we're going to review points, lines, and planes to start you off with our new unit on geometry. So this should go into your notebook. Geometry, the name of this unit, is the study of the measurements of shapes and sizes of objects. So up until this point we were talking about numbers and variables, equations and expressions. We're shifting gears and we're talking about shapes and sizes of objects in our new geometry unit. So this first video is just a review of some basic geometrical terms and vocabulary. Specifically, we're going to talk about the point, line, ray, line segment, and plane. Okay, so this information should go into your notebook. We're going to talk about different terms and their definitions. And then we're also going to show you how we write, how we notate those terms, and also an example of what those different vocabulary terms look like. So if you want to organize your notes using this table, it would be very neat. All right, so we'll start off with the most basic term, which is a point. A point, as you know, normally on a piece of paper is a dot. Sometimes people will also draw a little X to notate that that is the exact location for that point. A point has position or location. You can tell exactly where a point is located due to its position. So on a coordinate plane, you can say, okay, it's on point 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, so it has a position. You can find it somewhere. But since it's just a point, it doesn't have size because it's literally just a dot. It tells you the location. And these are just examples here. Okay, let's move on to talk about lines. So now lines are basically like a bunch of points next to each other. So a line has an infinite number of points because we literally can't stop to see how many points lined up next to each other to create that line. It has no width. We cannot tell how thick that line is. We can tell how long the line is, but not the actual width because it's just a line. Like if you were to draw your pencil through something. It can be determined by 2 points. So usually we will name a line like this, line AB, to show the 2 points that the line goes through. Or if it is a curved line, because a line can be straight or curved, we can give it one letter, like this is the curved line L. Or this is the line L, which is a capital L. So capital L line is different than this curved line, lowercase l. They all have their special names so that we don't get those two confused with each other. Okay, so again, it is an infinite number of points that kind of makes up a line, and then it can be determined by 2 points so that you can tell what points are on that line. Now, obviously for a curved line, it's a little more complicated. You can't really just say, here's point X and point Y because it's not straight through it. So normally when it's a curved line, they just give it a letter name at the end. Okay. And then a line technically goes on forever, right? So if you see that there's arrows at the end of this line, because the line goes on forever. When we say line AB, we're just saying, hey, points A and B are on that line. Now, when you're talking about a line segment, you're talking about a line that has 2 end points. Okay, so it is on this line. This is a line L that goes on forever. But if we wanted to say, hey, I actually just want to take a certain section or a segment of it, then we can say, okay, this is line segment AB. It has a start and an end, 2 endpoints. And it also has a length. We can see how long it is because we have a start and an end. With an actual line, you can measure how long it is, but only if you are given certain start and end points. Okay? For a ray now, would be like if you have one endpoint and the other side of the line goes on forever. Okay, so it's also part of a line which has both ends going on forever, but you're saying, okay, we're starting here at point A and we're going on forever, the other side. Okay, so again, for a line, we have 2 arrows on both sides because it goes on forever. A line segment, we have a start and an end point. And then a ray, we have one starting point and another side that goes on forever. So usually you'll see these ways of kind of notating the difference between a line segment, and a ray. And then we have a plane. So if you want to think about a plane as a piece of paper, I'm going to write that down, like a piece of paper. That's how I like to envision it. It's a flat surface, just like how your piece of paper is a flat surface. It also has no thickness because it's just one thin sheet there. But a plane is a flat surface and it can contain a whole bunch of different points. Like this is plane ABC. Usually we have 3 points to kind of name a plane. Okay, so we're starting to think about something that is one-dimensional, now 2-dimensional. Now we do have a length and a width here. Okay, with a line, we just have a length. And then soon in a later chapter, we'll talk about 3-dimensionals. Okay, so be sure that these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms get into your notebook along with their notations. Okay, and then just a couple more things to add that we talked about before. The term line usually refers to a straight line, okay, because that's just most common, while a curve refers to a curved line. So we'll just use the word curve when we mean a curved line, but it's technically still a line. And when a surface is not flat, like your piece of paper, your plane, it's called a curved surface. So be sure that that's added to your notes as well.